tell you, inside, I am just at a very pure place than I've been in years. And I've actively been working on this for 12 months. Hey you, I'm Quay. Welcome back to my channel. I'm happy to have you here. If you're new, I would love if you subscribe so that you can stay a little longer. We love people here. So in conclusion of my morning series, how to win your morning, shower and tea. And those are the last few steps of my morning routine. Tea. Now I don't think it's a secret. We all know shower, great hygiene. In the shower, some of us, we have our greatest thoughts. We have our greatest ideas. Sometimes we cry and we have our biggest releases for the day or for the month or whatever. Showers are so important. So, you know, we wake up, we journal, we hit the gym, we meditate, we then have a good meal, and we take a shower, and we have a cup of tea, and we start our day. But you see, it's very important how we end that morning routine. There's no specific way to have a morning routine. There's no specific requirement or standard. You may cut this in half and only do certain of those things, or change the time or the sequence of, you know, within their morning routine. That's completely fine. Recently this week, doing my meditation in the gym before I leave, because I was watching another YouTuber and he was saying how he meditates after workout because our body was just in like that fight mode. Now it's time to rest and digest. So I'm like, putting my body in a more still state before I come back downstairs and make food and give my body the nourishment it needs. That makes sense. Because I feel like I've struggled with where to place that meditation, like you've probably heard in May's video. I feel safe in the shower. I feel comfortable in the shower. I feel I'm naked. I feel like this is me. Let me assess who I am today. What am I feeling right now? What am I going to do today? Or what thoughts can I execute today? Like, that shower time is so pivotal. A lot of people aren't fortunate enough to take a great shower, to have warm water or clean water. There's many factors that play a part in people not being able to even have this a part of their morning routine or even their life. So I don't take showers for granted whatsoever, just simply knowing that so much release comes in the shower. Various ways I take a shower, but the one thing that remains true and consistent is how sacred the shower is for me and how I treat my showers. I challenge you to experience your showers alone with a little more depth, where no matter if it's still a 5-minute shower to a 15-minute shower, experience your showers. Aim to experience your showers in a way which you have it. If you're someone who just is always on the go and you move quick and like damn, or I gotta go to work or whatever, like I understand, like my life is a little different than someone, so I can't say, oh, do it like this and your life is different than mine. There is still a similar type of intention we can apply to these tasks that most humans do. Maybe it's your mental journal or your chance to really release, like cry in that shower. I know a lot of us do it, cry in that shower. I cried in the shower like a month ago. Have that idea in that shower, like flesh it out in your head and remember to write it down when you get out that shower. Like treat your shower as another part of your morning routine or the beginning of your day where you really can meet yourself. You're completely naked with water, no matter the temperature, coming down on your body. You're naked. You're naked. Treat that moment as such and like allow yourself to release yourself from certain factors in life or aspects of your life that kind of have a hold on you or that is taking space in your brain. And then I have to have some tea. I love tea. I was introduced to tea at a very young age. My mother always had boxes of tea. She loved passion fruit tea. Yeah, and I'm like lemon ginger. So like I've always, I want to make a little tea bag. I used to love peppermint. I still do. Like when I go to the coffee shop, I'm typically ordering like a peppermint tea because I typically don't have peppermint in my cabinet. I have everything else. But I think it's like my little luxury. Like I'll just have a peppermint tea if I'm at the cafe. So tea has always been a significant part of my life, and as I'm like 27 and deeper into being a woman and into like adulthood, I find that it's necessary for me to just have a glass of tea. And recently, since I did this reset, I'm like, oh, broth is also like a form of tea, like some type of hot beverage. Or recently I've been doing kombucha before I have my hot tea, just for gut resets. It's black tea, it's fermented. So like however you do it, whatever warm drink you desire, for me it's tea to really seal that morning routine and like really like, okay, time to get to this desk, time to show up and whatever I need to do. But morning routine over, now time management, what you're gonna get done, how much money you're gonna make. We have little troubles in that area this year so far. But that's what we're working on now, actually practicing my time management and just absorbing more knowledge so that I can enhance like my financial situation. But my morning routine is down packed, honey. Sometimes, like I said, it looks different some days, but it's consistent and it gets done in whatever shape or form, whether it's delayed or it flows effortlessly. My morning routine is done. Sorry, this kind of broke, and so the one thing I really wanted to talk about today is peace. Now, I'm at a phase in my life where it's like, girl, you could do better. It feels really real. However, on the other side, like in here, I've really dedicated the last 12 months to finding and holding peace in me and not allowing anyone or place or situation take it from me. And when I tell you, inside, I am just at a very pure place than I've been in years. And I've actively been working on this for 12 months. I went through a relationship separation. I'm not gonna call it a breakup because we aren't together, but it was a relationship that was significant to me. And January 15th of last year, like that ended. And those first few months, it was exactly what I needed. And you know, I still feel what I feel, but ever since then, I was like, I need to choose myself even more. I need to refine self-love. My book had dropped, and so I'm like pushing this narrative, and I had to be that narrative. And I had to be reminded that that's the narrative that I wanted in my life. And I had to actively choose it every day. So internally, I am at such a great place. Like 6 months ago, I was more worried, or I still was feeling overwhelmed and stressed about certain aspects of life, not financially at all. But I was like pushing for my peace. I was like, I gotta have this. Like it's easy for me to tell people how to have peace, but I have to actually practice it and gain it. And I truly believe I have it. And there's still, layers that I have to unpeel and unravel. But just this morning, I found peace in having a conversation with my mother and grandmother about family history, and it brought me to an even more deeper rooted place because I feel like I understand a little bit more. I just been finding peace, and it feels so good internally. No matter what, I understand there's always going to be external forces that are going to try to permeate my circle or my energy field. There's always going to be situations, like I was telling people, we're always going to need to be working or doing something, very much something that brings us money so that we can live a lifestyle that we want. But I determined a while ago that my peace isn't going to come with a lifestyle that I'm going to obtain. My peace needs to come before that so that I can enjoy that lifestyle. I have many friends that have come to me, and this is when I really recognize, like, each time I'm reminded of my power and my purpose, even though I try to shy away from it or deny myself of living within it, and the ways that are just as more direct and blunt than the other ways I apply in life. But a lot of friends and like family will come to me for advice or just for something or just for my energy. That was like a recurring theme, in my relationships and such, like, oh, you have such positive energy, or like friendships, or even people I'm having an interview with and they never felt it, they see that and they sense that. And it's true, like, I'm gonna toot my own horn, I have that. I tried not to realize it and shy myself away. I'm like, oh yeah, this, but it's a beautiful thing to have, and I have that, and I'm going to, thank God for placing that in my body, or just allowing me to experience what I've experienced, to even have that within me. I have friends of all different types of success, or associates of different success, and the stories are very different. A few of them who are super successful and have done and seen a lot, I always find this similar sadness or this numbness in them, or when they were being referred to by someone else, like, it becomes prevalent, and it's just like, it just reminds me, you gotta find that peace before that money comes. I can't talk about nothing about money, figures and stuff, because I haven't obtained that yet, but I know peace, and I live with it because it's that damn important. You just see life so differently when you choose to see life how you see it. And this is too something I'm still working on, my perspective of my life and my acceptance of what I deserve and what I need to do to get closer to what I deserve, right? It just becomes more and more clear. But man, peace is gold. I went on this dinner date last month in LA, and it was with someone successful in his own right. And we're talking, and I immediately, when I got there, I kind of felt like, it's great to see this person, but I also felt his energy, and it felt heavy, not like it was sucking me in, but it felt like heavy, like this person was holding something on their shoulders, right? And we're having a great conversation, and I'm being me. I can't help it but to try to help and advise people or just share my perspective. I'm all about perspectives. I couldn't help it, and so we're talking, I'm just giving my opinion and perspective, and likewise with him, but he was more so absorbing than dishing out. And I just felt it, and through the conversation, he uncovers like exactly what I felt from him, and he verbalized it, and I'm like, And one of the things that he said was, I'm just trying to find happiness, and I just let him talk, and I asked him, is it happiness you want, or is it peace that you want? Because happiness is a feeling, a temporary feeling that fluctuates, and peace is a state of being. So like, which one is it? And he was pretty much like, I didn't really look at it that way, but it's definitely peace. So I still want to be happy. And I'm like, I get it. We all want happiness. We just want to feel great with everything we have. We just want to be happy. We want to have the love that we want. We just want it. And it's like, we can get it, but also just knowing anything else that happened in life, could take the happiness away just for a second, or a month, or whatever, however long we choose for it to affect us, because it's going to happen. But it's peace, because peace is going to help us respond to the fluctuation in our emotions better, more neutral. I was telling myself I really want to master being neutral, like monk mode vibes, and I'm working on it. But as I was saying, the peace is what's going to help us respond, help our ability to respond to the fluctuation of our emotions and the external situations that are beyond our control to us. Peace. And one thing I've personally learned, though, with obtaining peace and diving deeper to really understand it and to have it in me, is you still have to find a balance, because it's very much easy to, in my opinion, confuse peace with ignorance, or acting like, I don't care about this, or this very real situation that's happening in my life, it's okay, it's going to be all right. Like being unrealistic, like not doing the work, to enhance your situations in life or your experiences or relationships in life because you think, oh, it's in, God's hands, or it's okay, it doesn't matter. It's easy to be kind of ignorant and aloof to, life, and disguise it with, oh, he's not going to disrupt my peace. He ain't No, it's very much a difference. It's a state of being. The tips that I have from, this journey so far of obtaining peace. One, creating a boundary between you and others, a healthy boundary, so that you're able to identify your needs and create a vision for yourself, which is the second step. But you have to have that boundary. You have to be alone, and it not mean just live alone. Like, I don't want to live alone, to be honest. I want a partner, and I soon will get one. Me being alone at this phase of my life helped me understand, and I'm still uncovering and understanding like my greatest vision and how I want to execute within my purpose, right? But being alone and setting boundaries from like my clients, my family, and just people, it's helped me obtain peace, because I myself was allowing myself to be spread too thin and just doing too much and committing to so many things. However, with that, I still have to practice having boundaries when I'm in company with other people or somewhere else. Because it's one thing to have your boundary at home. You just turn your phone on, do not disturb. You like me, live somewhere else where a lot of your family isn't or friends aren't, and got it. I can answer you when I want to, but it's another thing for me when I go to LA or New York and I'm around family or friends and clients in general, and it's time to do work, or I'm just picking up the phone for someone else, or I'm being there and wearing myself thin. There's a difference. You have to find that balance, because you can still be extreme. So it's not about running away or just being isolated. You have to have that balance, but you do have to create healthy boundaries in order for you to begin to explore, to practice, to master peace. Third is understanding the need for balance within this journey and having real life situations where you're able to practice peace, practice your neutral response to situations, practice not allowing external situations disrupt you, and also being realistic with your efforts in your life and in situations that peace can help optimize, right? That's a big one. So I'm on that third step right now. I'm like, I understand the balance, and now I'm just like, okay, I still need to optimize my life based off of this state of being that I'm at, which is quite peaceful. I can't be the same person that I was prior to being in this state or doing the same things. I gotta continue to grow and enhance myself, just like this has allowed me to level up within myself, right? I think there's still different levels for me to untackle. I finally feel like I'm at a point where I'm the most peaceful in my adult life that I've been. And I'm excited to continue this journey. But I just say all this to say is like, find peace, and within your morning routine, do what makes you happy, but please give yourself an hour to 2 hours at the start of your day if your lifestyle allows. And if your lifestyle don't, look back at your lifestyle and the things that you're a part of or committed to, and make adjustments where necessary that will get you closer to obtaining peace and living on purpose. So let me just have my tea and leave y'all with that and the benefits and the power within it. But until next time, I thank you for your ears, your eyes, and your open hearts. I love you, and let's go up.